Hey folks, as we head into spring turnover season here in Portland and across Oregon, security deposits are blowing up on the Paroa helpline again. Dozens of calls every month about accounting disputes, deduction headaches, and even how much you can charge in the first place. You know the drill. One wrong move after a tenant moves out, and you could be staring down double damages or small claims court. The good news is that with solid documentation and a clear understanding of Oregon's security deposit laws in 2026, you can handle this like a pro. Protect your investment, keep cash flow healthy, and actually build better tenant relationships. Remember, that security deposit is still the tenant's money until you prove a legitimate deduction. Thorough records and fair but firm practices are your best friends. We've already covered the new rules around holding deposits in our recent piece on HB 3521. Go read that if you haven't. Today, we're diving into the full companion guide, security deposits from move-in to move-out, allowable deductions, disputes, and those important Portland-specific overlays. Let's start with the basics. Under ORS 90.300, which remains rock solid with no core changes to the main security deposit rules in 2026, you can require a security deposit, and it must be listed in the rental agreement. You have to give the tenant a receipt within a reasonable time, ideally right at move-in, showing the amount, date, and what it covers. Unlike some states, Oregon has no statewide statutory limit on security deposit amounts. It's market-driven and based on your reasonable, consistently applied policy. That gives you real flexibility outside Portland city limits. Here in Portland, though, City Code 30.01.087 sets strict limits. If you don't collect last month's rent up front, you can't charge more than 1 month's rent as the base security deposit. If you do collect last month's rent, the security deposit itself is capped at half a month's rent. For conditional approvals tied to risk factors, you can add another half month, and the tenant can pay that extra over up to 3 months if they ask. At Northwest Real Estate and Property Management, our policy across the state keeps it simple and tenant-friendly. We never charge last month's rent. Our base security deposit is always 1 full month's rent. Why? Tenants shop on total move-in costs, and skipping that extra upfront cash often wins us the good tenant, even if the deposit number looks a little higher on paper. Hey, you don't have to scrape together last month's rent right now. You'll just pay normal rent when the time comes. Outside Portland, we can add reasonable amounts for pets, poor credit, or other risks, usually as a percentage of rent so it scales with nicer properties. Inside Portland, we follow the city caps to the letter. And now a couple shameless plugs. If you're tired of chasing paperwork or messy turnovers in the Portland Metro or Central Oregon, Northwest Real Estate and Property Management at www.nwrpm.com has your back. We handle full management or just the tough eviction and dispute work so you can focus on growing your portfolio. If you're not already a member of www.paroa.org, now's the perfect time. Our forums, education on exactly these topics, and member-only resources keep you compliant and connected with other smart owners. Okay, back to it. Best practices for move-in inspections are where the magic or the misery starts. Do a detailed condition report the day the tenant takes possession. Use a simple checklist rating everything from poor to excellent or new. Walls, floors, appliances, carpets, the works. Take time-stamped photos and videos from every angle. Some landlords do joint walkthroughs with the tenant signing off. Others go solo but give the tenant a copy within a week and invite comments. Either way works, but the joint approach builds trust and cuts disputes later. Hey, we both agree the carpet looks great today. Let's keep it that way. During the tenancy, snap photos of any issues as they come up. Leaks, pet damage, whatever. Keep a running file. It's not required by statute, but it's pure risk management. For move-out, give the tenant at least 24 hours notice for a walkthrough, required in Portland, and let them join if they want. Do the exact same detailed inspection, compare the reports side by side. Note normal wear and tear, like faded paint, small nail holes, or carpet flattening versus actual damage, like punched walls, pet urine stains, or broken blinds. If you want to deduct for professional cleaning, spell it out in the lease. Statute allows reasonable costs tied to actual needed work, not just we always clean. Video walkthroughs are gold. Tenants can't argue with time-stamped proof. Now the biggest helpline headache, allowable versus non-allowable deductions. Per ORS 90.300, you can only deduct for unpaid rent, lease defaults, or repairs for tenant-caused damage beyond normal wear and tear. Carpet cleaning is deductible if you used a machine, not just a vacuum. The carpet was cleaned before this tenancy, and your lease says so. You can even charge for loss of use while repairs happen. Labor gets a reasonable hourly rate, even your own time. But you can't charge for normal stuff like repainting after 5 years or fixing loose doorknobs. Real-world Portland examples. One landlord deducted $450 for deep carpet shampooing after a dog left multiple gifts that pros confirmed were beyond normal. Photos showed the before and after difference. Another tried deducting for scuffed baseboards that were already there. Tenant 1 in small claims because move-in photos proved it. Photograph high-traffic areas, appliances inside and out, and painted surfaces up close. Keep receipts or hourly logs. The 31-day clock is strict. From the day the tenant turns over the keys, you have 31 days to send an itemized statement, by mail, personal delivery, or email if agreed. Show exactly what you're claiming and why, plus the balance or refund. Separate security deposit from any prepaid rent accounting. Miss it or get sloppy, and the tenant can sue for twice the deposit. Bad faith penalties hurt. Send it standard first-class mail plus email for proof. Spell everything out clearly. Carpet shampooing due to pet damage documented in photos. $185 at $65 per hour. If they dispute, talk first. Many resolve with a quick call and adjusted statement. If it goes to small claims, up to $10,000 with a low filing fee, your photos, checklists, and lease language usually win the day. Portland and Multnomah County overlays add another layer. You've got to provide a rental history report within 5 business days of a move-out notice. Keep digital files for at least 2 years. Inconsistent application across tenants? That's a fast track to fair housing issues. Proactive strategies make all the difference. Clear lease language on cleaning standards, pet rules, and what counts as damage. Offer a pre-move-out walkthrough so tenants can fix issues themselves. Set professional cleaning expectations in the agreement. Video tours at move-in and move-out? Total game changer. Educate tenants gently. Here's how we protect everyone's investment. These steps slash disputes and keep turnover smooth, especially in busy spring markets. Here's the step-by-step process I recommend to every owner. First, move-in documentation with a detailed checklist, photos and videos, and tenant sign-off or copy within a week. Second, during tenancy records, snap issues as they happen and note repairs. Third, move-out inspection and photos with 24-hour notice. Same checklist comparison, tenant invited. Fourth, itemized statement within 31 days. Specific basis, amounts, and proof sent by mail plus email. Fifth, dispute resolution. Communicate, negotiate, and use small claims only as a last resort with ironclad docs. Follow this and you'll sleep better knowing your investment is protected without fear of frivolous claims or lost revenue. Compliance isn't just the law. It's smart business that keeps quality housing available for everyone. What's one security deposit practice that saved you the most headaches, or one that still trips you up? Drop it in the comments. I read them all and it helps the whole community. Hey, if you're a Portland area landlord, come join the community over at www.paroa.org. We've got education, forms, networking, and we fight for your rights at the legislature. And for owners in the Portland Metro or Central Oregon looking for hassle-free management, check out the pros at www.nwrpm.com.